Yeah, when the friends are about, the fingers are out.
Are we fingering our friends now? Is this the cold open? Did I miss something?
Wait, no, you ever
When the fingers are out, when the friends are
finger
out.
bang your friend?
I mean, I have.
Bang bang. You know what I'm referring
Oh,
to?
that way too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's what what are you referring to?
All the friends with benefits of relationships I had.
That's tough.
Hey man, it makes for easy cleanup at the end.
Yeah, because it's just like, all right, you want to play Madden?
Mutually agreed upon. Easy.
You want to know something really funny?
What's that?
I was like, not gonna say names, but I was talking to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and their best friend was like, "Hey, if it doesn't work out, I'm down to be like friends with benefits." I was like,
Hey, it didn't work out. Crazy.
"This is your best friend. You work together." What?
That's...
It worked out, so it
Oh, okay.
that part never happened. And then me and best friend dated for like 3 years. So
Oh. Oh, I was like, oh, was the original person this person? No.
you should know who it is.
Oh, no, I do now.
Yeah.
I do now.
But I was like, well, that's a weird thing to offer when you're also convincing your friend. Like,
Yeah.
that it's a good idea.
Well, if anything, easy threesome.
Tough.
Tough? No?
No.
Oh, wow. Anyway, couldn't be me.
Dude, I can't fit 2 people in 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can.
Just finish what I'm
No,
done.
you put one hand in one, and you in the other. Duh.
Yeah.
Like,
we just talked about finger blasting your friend.
exactly. I don't know what more you need from me.
I don't even feel like we need to talk anymore.
Yeah, just like your women, you're pretty picky with food.
Kinda.
Yeah. I've
gotten a lot less picky.
I'm gonna start listing foods. And I want you to tell me if you like, dislike, or have no.
There'll be a 4th category.
Which is
Whether I like it, like I dislike it because of taste or like.
no. It
Texture-wise.
is just
Just
full
all
on.
the same?
Yep.
You want me to put it all in the same?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is like, dislike, and then no real feelings. You're like, eh.
Because like the first thing I think of is an onion.
Yeah, not on the list. You're good.
Okay. Because
Yep.
for reference,
Mhm.
I want you to figure out what this category would be. An onion. I love onion with stuff like onion powder,
Yep.
like soft onions, but I gotta dice them like really small. I want it small. Big crunchy onions like on a hamburger or something. Not a fan of. Now, is that because maybe they're made? For example, one thing I've seen lately is like you need to salt your tomatoes so they're not as like wet and juicy, like blow
Correct.
up everywhere. And maybe like, is it somebody leaving the onions too raw? Because I don't know if I've ever actually had somebody make me like a really good burger with like a thinly sliced onion on it.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure. So I don't know where you would categorize that because I like the onion flavor on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just like don't really like onion as like the big crunchy
Yeah,
onion.
it's understandable.
Yeah.
But onions aren't on the list.
Okay. That was warm up.
How do you feel about Cheese Whiz?
Cheese Whiz?
Cheese Whiz.
What is Cheese Whiz?
The cheese in a can comes out as like you spray it out.
I liked it as a kid. Don't like it now.
So don't like it. Got it.
I think there's significantly better cheese options.
No. Cheese Whiz. Anyway, next. I know you like chocolate milk, so I don't need to ask that one.
Okay, so chocolate milk. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Just ask questions anyway.
No. It's
I gotta have a couple of things I like. In here.
what about mustard? Like as a condiment, obviously.
Again, it goes to the onion example. I like mustard with stuff.
You know, it is only as a condiment. It is with things.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of onion, but if you know me, I don't like a lot of sauce in general.
Yeah. I don't know you to be a big person that likes spicy food. What about flaming hot Cheetos?
I got flaming hot Cheetos every single day for lunch in high school.
So
There is a big bag of flaming hot Cheetos at my house currently. Okay.
All right. So, how do you feel about ice cream? Soft serve ice cream.
I like ice cream.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of ice cream that I don't. Are you inviting me to a party or something?
Nope.
I feel like these are all snack foods.
Okay. Got two more.
Okay.
Pickles.
I used to like
It'll
pickles
be
a lot.
sliced pickles.
Like on a sandwich pickles?
Yeah.
So I haven't had them outside of like them being on a random McDonald's sandwich. And that's not a good.
It's not a good.
That's not a good like.
No.
But like, I know banana peppers aren't pickles. But I love banana peppers. A lot of times I don't like banana peppers on things, which is weird.
Correct.
But pickles, I used to eat the really long ones. Or like, you know how like they would come in a jar. I used to eat them a ton as a kid. I liked them.
Like skewers, like spears.
Just giant long like links.
Okay.
Like you took a cucumber and you just sliced it in force.
Oh yeah, so those would be spears.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yep, pickle spears.
Now they're just like a lot for me to eat. Like the weirdest way to say it, they're very wet. Like they're not like an easy snack to just like bite, sit down, play a game of Apex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Dude, that shit's everywhere.
It's all over your face, all over your hand.
It's like
it's on your mic. It's on your lap.
It's just everywhere.
It's not good.
But I don't mind pickles.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna put that in the like no real yes or
no. Like some pickles I probably don't like. Some I probably do because I know they're not the same. Like not all pickles are the same. But what's up? Last one, I think.
Lastly is again, I don't know you all that well.
I feel like that's a lie, but
anchovies.
Anchovies? I don't know if I've ever tried an anchovy.
So we'll put that in the maybe pile.
I have not tried anchovies.
All right, well, we'll just put that over here.
Because I remember a long time ago, there was like a pizza that came with some weird stuff on it. But like, I liked the pizza, but it was different. Because you know how like, what is it? You have to have like 7 good, like consistent bites of something before your brain actually like processes the flavor and whatever.
Correct. Yeah, you get through all of a slice of pizza before you realize the pizza is good.
Yeah.
Correct.
So you're, because like, that was pretty much my feeling because it had like mushrooms on it. Never had mushrooms at the time. Yeah. So like that pizza had a lot going on that I've never had, and I was just kind of like, okay, but like, I don't know. I don't think they'd be bad.
Okay. So what I have here is a list of foods combinations titled "Whack Food Combos" from friends of mine who actively eat these and like them.
Hold on. If you combine any one of those together.
Stop. Let me get through this.
Okay.
So, I have 5 of them for you. You're going to list them on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the worst.
Do I have to pre-list them?
Yeah. You
I can't move them?
Cannot move them.
Ah.
And whatever you put at 1, you're having at the start of the next week's pod.
Ah, fuck me.
Yeah.
That's.
Are you ready for the first one?
Yeah. Whatever I listen first is going to be the one that I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, very, very simple, very straightforward. Flaming hot Cheetos and marshmallows.
Listen, you can call me a pussy. That sounds like an easy out. That's one.
Okay.
Now, is the marshmallow melted?
No.
That's a 1. That's
okay.
1. I'd be called a pussy. There is anchovies and ice cream somewhere in this list with chocolate milk, bro. Like, you cannot look at me and hear me say Cheetos and marshmallows is going to be the worst thing on that list. 2 things I enjoy, probably horrible together. But next.
Now, you get, I understand you probably put yours at 1, but you have to rank these.
Yeah.
Cheese Whiz and Cookie Crisp, the cereal. Cookie Crisp, you take one singular Cookie Crisp,
and you just
little squirt of Cheese Whiz.
So it's dry cereal.
Correct. a little squirt of Cheese Whiz and a piece of Cookie Crisp on top. A little Cookie Crisp Cheese Whiz sandwich.
First of all, that sounds like a dumbass college level of like, I'm drunk, let me try this stupid snack.
They were definitely not that old.
Oh. That one sounds like a 3.
Okay.
Cause like the cereal seems weird, but like if it's a dry cereal, it would be kind of like a cracker almost,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a cereal, so it's not that flavorful anyway.
Anchovies and peanut butter.
It's probably in my 5th. I haven't had anchovies. Like, the more I think about it, I'm like, anchovies are probably gross, but
Mustard, pickles, and Oreos. A slice.
why is Oreos in there?
A slice of pickle,
Okay.
an Oreo,
Yes.
and then a little dollop of mustard. Figure it out, brother.
The worst part is I know there's fucking ice cream and chocolate milk that have been used. I'm gonna say 4. I don't feel comfortable about this.
Soft serve ice cream
Okay.
on a hard shell meat and cheese taco.
What? Not even fried ice cream.
No.
Well, I mean, the only spot open's 2. I guess it's 2. Don't use context clues. Where's the chocolate milk go?
Oh, it was red herring.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Make you feel safe, secure.
That's
So
that's not okay.
Joke's on you. You are having flaming hot marshmallows, but we are doing anchovies and peanut butter.
You are?
We.
I'm doing my marshmallow flaming hot Cheeto. I'll do that. There's no way I can eat that and then eat that and not puke. Like, I had to kind of like set flaming hot Cheetos down because like I had some the other day and I had like high school level of what I would eat flaming hot Cheetos of. So a lot.
Brother, you remember the Oreos that we bought the other day when I was sad? Sunday night?
Uh-huh.
They were gone Tuesday.
Yeah, I can't say that my cookies made it very long either.
I bought Oreos yesterday. Half of them are gone last night.
Yeah, dude. Cookies and milk.
No
Good.
milk.
All right, hear me out.
Yeah.
I'm first of all, I'm only doing the first one. I don't care.
What?
I'll beat a
No.
bitch. I got some good news for you.
Well, I have even better news. We get to welcome these lovely viewers and listeners to the All Tab podcast. Apparently, we're a food podcast now too, which is crazy.
Normally, we talk like 30 minutes before.
Yeah.
But we've completely skipped that this time because of the beginning.
Correct.
So welcome everybody to the All Tab podcast. My name is Brack. I am a host, one of 2. There'll probably not be a third ever. That would be a guest.
Yeah.
But I'm joined here with, he can say his name.
My name's Connor Brock. I'm a fun guy, as you can tell.
You're a wacky, corny guy.
3 of these food options were from one person, mind you.
Serial killer.
One of them you know very well.
If you say Alex.
Nope.
Aaron.
Mm-hmm. You want to play a quick game of which one is Aaron's?
I don't. Which one's him?
You want to just take a guess?
Just weirdly enough, run him again.
Flaming hot Cheetos and marshmallows.
Okay, I don't think that's him.
Ice cream, soft serve ice cream on a hard shell taco.
I hope to God that's not him.
Cheese whiz on cookies and.
Is it ice cream on a taco, or like with meat and stuff in it?
Yeah, like with like meat and cheese.
Oh fuck no! If that's him, I'm done talking to him.
Cookie crisp and cheese whiz.
I feel like that's him.
Okay.
Well, no, you said not old enough, so I don't think that's him.
The Oreos, mustard, and pickles. None of these sound good, do they?
They're all bad, man.
And then anchovies and peanut butter.
I said it's him on all of them besides the first one, and then the one I retracted. It's 5, isn't it?
No.
Is it 4?
No.
It's not 4?
Nope.
I thought you said you wasn't old enough for college.
It's ice cream on a hard shell taco.
I just didn't even fathom.
I have the receipts.
Shut up. We're done talking. We're done talking.
Man.
Fuck. That's so gross. I just think about it, and that's so gross.
See, when he told me, I was like, oh, like a hard shell taco with ice cream on it. It's basically like, it's kind of like a fried ice cream thing, right?
There is zero case in the world that's not like fried ice cream to me.
Well, but then he goes, no, it had meat and cheese on it. And I was like,
Could you
why?
argue a a
hard shell
soft
serve.
taco shell is just like, it's not a cone, but you can argue that it can serve as a cone.
Yeah.
You can make it crispy. It's like a hard, because like if you have fried ice cream, you're getting it to have like the crunchy ice cream. So like,
Correct.
argue crunchy shell, crunchy ice cream, whatever.
Yeah,
like
close enough.
it can be sold.
And then you add meat and cheese to it, and you go,
But-
no.
Meat, bad enough. Cheese the most reasonable because, both milk
Dairy?
products, dairy products. Still sounds awful. I'm gonna throw up.
The Oreos and Cheese Whiz.
You're just outing everybody now. Is any of those Alex?
No.
I thought the anchovies peanut butter one might be Alex.
No. Anchovies and peanut butter is me.
It's you?
Yeah. It's really not that bad. Because
To be fair, it is. I've not tasted anything. So
Yeah.
for me, I'm like that. I don't even want to imagine what it. Cause I can't. But like, I love peanut butter. Peanut butter is good on a lot of shit.
it
Like,
overpowers the anchovy.
yeah,
like entirely.
realistically, you're probably just eating an anchovy that has like a peanut butter with an anchovy in it.
Correct.
Somehow.
Like it's like crunchy peanut butter, and it has like a slightly sea salty, like ocean.
So it's literally no different than peanut butter with nuts.
Basically.
But like, obviously, a nut would be more crunchy.
Yeah. Like it's more of like a flaky, but anyway, but yeah, anchovies.
And I know how much of a nut enjoyer you are.
Oh, dude, I love me some nut.
Yeah. We're canceled.
I'm not canceled.
Yeah, I'm probably canceled.
Yeah.
But
yeah, welcome. A happy Thursday.
yeah, it is a Thursday.
I've also been moving in silence.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been doing stuff.
Been wiggling, waggling?
I've been watching stuff.
Yeah?
Not really telling anybody about it, what you do.
We've been watching.
I don't know. Stuff.
Well, I know you watched the first episode of One Piece.
Oh, 2 episodes now. 2 episodes.
2.
Good. I'm enjoying it.
I was going to turn it on last night, actually.
Yeah.
But I laid in bed at 3 in the morning and said, the first episode's 65 minutes. So I didn't turn it on. Dude, just when I was uploading. You know how it goes. I've been adding more editing to it. So it's just like.
Which, it looks great.
Yeah. Like, trying to keep it like a little more entertaining because you can't do much editing when the gameplay starts. We're talking about Magic content on Arena. So you can't put much stuff in the middle because like people want to be able to focus on the game. For example, in the one coming out, like I'm against red, I'm getting crushed, but I do have one technical out, so I popped it up on the side to explain why I was still in the game. It was like Gig's command. I could have made. I would have sacked all 7 of their creatures, give my shielded lifelink. It would have hit them for 6. I'd have gained all its life back. They had no cards in hand, so it would have won the game if I draw it. But like I died to their turn, so it didn't matter. But I waited. Like I'm gonna see if it happens. But
make them do it.
But yeah, so it's like doing that, like doing a little editing, it's definitely taking a lot more time. I actually had to not upload the other day because I was just behind. And I could tell it was like stressing me. And I was like, even if I upload, it's not going to be good. I'm going to be upset. So like, I just didn't take the day off. I recorded the upload for the next day or tried to. Didn't work out. So it's like scrapped it, and I was like, I'll just reapproach it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm ahead because I took some time off. Now I feel like a lot more at ease. Like I have a video uploading today. I'm recording for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
Good pace.
but like, yeah, I went to bed at 3.
Yeah, you're not watching the first episode of One Piece.
Well, because I want to enjoy it. Like I don't want to
Also-
watch it and be half asleep.
On your YouTube stuff, I know this is meant to be a compliment. I don't just watch your content because you're my boy.
Yeah.
Lately, it's been, no, this is good. This is genuinely good arena content.
Well, I appreciate that. I know it's
Yeah.
weird to compliment your friends. Not saying you have. It is weird to you be like, yeah, because we're all just assholes to each other.
Yeah, like, and the other thing is, we spend so much time together
Yeah.
in Discord, playing, talking about the game, and it really comes down to, no, your content is good.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of, oh, I want to watch something in the background, I'll just put on his stuff.
Yeah.
No, it's me going, I want to see the new deck that you're playing.
Yeah. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's good gas right there.
So
You ever have to compliment a friend? That's how you do it. Now I'm
you
blushing.
break them down to
Yeah.
build them back. Yeah.
Yeah. You got me freaking out. I got mushrooms and flaming hot Cheetos coming up.
Marshmallows.
Yeah, I said mushrooms. It's even worse.
Yeah. Granted, I'm looking forward to that. I haven't tried that one, but I was like, that's whoever's giving this person flack for that needs to relax.
Yeah, that one you at least have to try.
Yeah. Ice cream, cheese whiz, Oreos, no.
Yeah.
So with One Piece, I've been enjoying it.
Yeah.
Truly. I finished Assassination Classroom season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Great show.
Yeah.
Truly great show. I need season 2 to get dubbed. So not a sub guy. Can ask Alex.
Sometimes I am. It really depends on the voice actors.
The voice acting has to be good.
Yeah, like it really depends. Like for example, a lot of people will actually watch Black Clover in dub even if they enjoy sub more because the screaming
Mhm.
from the voice actor of Asta in sub, well, in normal sub for us.
Yeah.
But in sub is like everybody finds it annoying. Like it's very like loud and screechy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like it's so hard to listen to. So everybody actually goes to dub because they're like, this voice I can at least listen to in comparison.
Yeah.
But then it's like, that's just how it is. For me anyway. It is. If I can enjoy the characters in this language, I will listen to it.
If Cowboy Bebop wasn't so hard to listen to in English, I would definitely not watch it in sub. But if I watch Cowboy, I watch it in sub.
Yeah.
The voice acting is just so dated.
Yeah, it's very like that happens a lot with the older
Yeah.
stuff, and the mouth doesn't fit.
Doesn't fit.
Not as
The lines
like,
don't
polished.
like the words aren't the same. So it's a lot easier to just make it sub, read the
Yeah.
subtitles.
Yeah, because the thing now when they produce it, they know the people who are producing it know it's going to be dubbed.
Yep.
So that process is already happening. The script's already getting transitioned.
Yep.
Like for example, chapters of manga now come out, and then the dub comes out like 2 to 4 days later. I think it's like 4 days, 5 days maybe.
Yeah,
it might be a full week. I'm not sure. It
It's almost a
depends on the
full
scale.
week for the majority. Like Mappa is like a week.
Yeah. So like they understand. They're like, well, we now have an audience that we have to do this for,
Mhm.
and people that have been doing it for a while now, not just like a little while,
Mhm.
like where they're like, I don't really know. Like now they're probably fluent, pretty much both. They're like, this is what they're saying, like this, and then conveying it the way it does. But like, there's certain voice actors that are really like good now in English, especially now because they've gotten more reps. That it's like sick. But what's the other one? What you been moving in silence for?
I just want to say it. Itadori got his hand cut off. I'm in the middle of an episode right now. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, you watched JJK?
Yeah, I'm on JJK.
Yeah.
And I'm 2.5 episodes in. I watched the.
Oh, you're watching him fight the special grade.
Yeah, the first special grade.
The weird like lion dude that had a finger in his chest.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe. Literally we just got introduced to it and I had to pause it and watch.
So what do you think of the girl, Nobara?
Annoying. Reminds me of the redhead girl from Neon Genesis, and I'm blanking on her name.
So a lot of people actually like Nobara.
Okay.
One of like fan favorites because she breaks the trope of like, for example, like Sakura is girl, big, punchy, big, hard. Like doesn't really have a motivation outside of I love Sasuke for like a majority of the thing.
Yeah.
And then Tsunade kind of like has backstory. Hers is different, but she's also big, punchy, hard.
Yeah.
Like even Tamari, who isn't in there, I throw big, wind hard.
Yeah.
Like he's smart, but like think of Shikamaru and Tamari were supposed to be kind of rivals to each other. Think of the things that Shikamaru had come up in comparison to Tamari. And you're kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, she really is just big, throwy wind really hard.
Yeah.
Even when she shows up to save him in the forest. All right, I guess I'll blast all the trees away. Like, there's not a whole lot of strategies there. It's like, oh, I can't see you? Well, fuck it then.
Yeah.
Blow all the trees away. But I'm excited.
Yeah, so her name's Asuka from Neon Genesis. And you haven't watched Neon Genesis, correct?
No.
So
it keeps flirting on my like accounts, and I'm like, I could click it.
You really
don't worry, I got something for you. But keep going.
So Asuka and what's her name again? From JJK.
Nobara.
I
think it's her name.
So they both have the same loud, makes fun of MC, is a bit of a sass, but also has like decent motivation for what they're doing.
I will say at the very beginning, she's more like that. Yeah.
But like again, I've had all of one episode at this point with her.
Yeah.
And I'm just going, this is just her. Like this is.
Yeah. All I'm saying is she's really cool. I like her a lot.
Yeah.
The reason a lot of people like her is she has no interest in like dating the MC or the second MC.
Gotcha.
Like.
Yeah.
Just no date. She is as much of like a main character, like in like how they act. Like for example, to quickly reference, like how Hinata always loved Naruto and Sakura always loved Sasuke, and they were both kind of like oblivious to the person that liked them.
Yeah.
She doesn't like them, and she would be the oblivious one if like Itadori liked her, which they don't. Like there is an episode. It's like spoiler, sure. Like, it's not, like, I'm pretty sure this person never comes back up. But there was, like, I'm going to say it's going to sound blunt, but this was the entire message it was supposed to be sold. There was, and they say it in the thing, there was a fat girl in high school that liked Itadori. Right? And two kids are talking to him after class. They're like, who do you like? You don't really talk very much, whatever. And he's like, I like this person, and it's the fat girl. And the reason I say it is because the two girls like, oh, you like her? She's fat. He's like, no, she's got, like, she's like really neat, and like the way she eats, she's very proper, and I like that. And like we know later that he likes people like Jennifer Lawrence. He literally says that. Tall girl, fat ass is literally his words. So like we know relationship wise that he kind of hints at it to tell everybody that they're not being shipped together. That's the point. So it's like getting an MC that can be a female in the group and not have her fawn over stuff. Yeah. And like in this, that girl shows back up, the fat girl who is now like really tall and skinny, like literally Itadori's like type now. So she basically somehow changed. There's a reason for it, whatever. But says something about it, and like there for a second, Nobora's like, my heart skipped a beat. What was that about? And shows this little chibi looking face thing. And she goes, oh. She goes, if you ever get a girlfriend before I get a boyfriend, I swear to God it's on site. And it's like not because of him. It's just like the fact that he would get ahead of her in something she was pissed.
In some way. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very cool. Like she grows, but my God, wait till you meet Maki.
Yeah, I know who Maki looks like. I know. I've seen those.
There is like 4 episodes of her just running the fucking gauntlet.
Sick.
Just fight to fight to fight, and we're like, oh.
Also, I see why everybody be simping after Gojo. Homeboy just has all of it. He's just so cocky.
He's all about it.
He's like, I am him. I'm about it.
I am him. Oh, it's so good.
It was good. It was fun.
Like for example, his voice actor in Japanese is really good.
Yeah.
The one that's kind of hard, you'll meet a curse speech user. Way easier to listen to it in Japanese because like the way I don't know if it's the voice acting or the way the manipulation of the voice comes with like how his ability works. But hearing it in English doesn't sound like it's clean. It sounds like it was mixed really weird, but it also has to fit the voice of the Japanese voice. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it has to fit that animation kind of thing. So, is what it is.
But where I'm at, Itadori just got his hand cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was able to like break free of whatever was the special cursed demon was like preventing him from moving, and he went to swing that like butcher knife, and then it just I was like, oh, he's missing a hand. Well, somehow he gets that back. Kind of like the problem of knowing that there's a second season and knowing that he doesn't die yet. It's kind of like the
I mean, he is the main. Like sometimes main characters do, but like,
I mean, Attack on Titan.
Yeah, but that's the end.
Yeah. But One Piece, great. I need you to watch it because there's some things I want to talk about it that aren't about the story, but you have to watch it.
Yeah.
To understand what I'm talking about.
Like I said, 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Wasn't gonna watch it then.
Watch it tonight.
Am I able to watch it in the background?
No.
Okay.
It is too fast.
Okay.
It is.
I mean, that kind of makes sense. They have to crush chapters.
The pacing's great.
I mean, they have to.
Granted,
because like by the time you catch up, dude, the characters are gonna start getting really old. Like your actual actors.
We're not gonna get that far.
But also, they're already renewed for season 2.
Correct. Yeah.
Now, will they just skip a part? Maybe. And they might have to.
Granted, we don't know anything about the story.
Some of the bad arcs, like there's notoriously, no matter what you do, the longer something goes on, there's going to be bad arcs. And I think people will accept that because there's like in the future, there's apparently 3 arcs that are like just bangers all back to back. Would you take skipping okay arcs, like mid arcs, to like get to the good ones and make sure that those come to the live action? If the live action, because I haven't watched it, if it's as good as everybody says it is, and you're saying it's good, and you haven't watched any One Piece content before this,
correct?
So you're saying it's good. And, like, when I was watching, like, the intro, like, the trailer or whatever, I'm like, I mean, it's a trailer, so obviously it's going to look good.
Yeah.
But when I was like, yeah, okay, the voices, everything's fine. It doesn't look too quirky. Like, they didn't add unrealistic stuff.
Correct.
To an extent.
The acting looks nice. It is very well done. The acting is good. The voices are okay. I don't know what they're supposed to match to, obviously. But the dialogue is where I think it really takes a good breath. Is the dialogue is well put together. It is not dated. The characters, you can feel that they have emotions to them. They don't feel blank.
Yeah. Did you do you see the clip with the guy that plays Luffy talking to the mangaka of One Piece?
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't seen it, dude, that should break my fucking heart, bro.
Yeah.
He's like talking to the person who's written One Piece. I literally had his name before I started talking, and then it blanked, so I'm never getting it back.
Yeah, it's gone.
So he was talking to him, and he's like, "I'm so honored to play Luffy, whatever." And the guy basically like, "No, you're Luffy." Yeah. Like he's actually like apparently really proud of the project and how well it did, and he's like, "You displayed it the way I'd want it to be displayed."
Guys, so cries, obviously.
Yeah, it's like he's like, "Oh, what?" You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much there, and to be like, "No, you did it. You're him.
You're him."
It's like Heath Ledger being Joker. You're him.
So yeah, you need to sit down and watch it. Maybe next week we can talk about these other aspects.
You get a choice. You get a choice
between Neon Genesis and One Piece.
No,
dang it! I was picking Neon Genesis every day.
I watched the second episode of Castlevania last night.
The new stuff?
No.
Oh, you're yes. Yeah.
I watched the second episode where the guy first comes in. He's like drunk. I already forget like half of what it. Basically, he's the vampire fighter. Is what he.
Yeah, and then he gets into the tavern brawl.
In tavern brawl, fights him, goes to town. Fucking whips somebody's eye out of his face.
You are right.
Yeah,
Trevor Belmont, baby.
Yeah. So I watched episode 2, and it ended with him walking out after talking. It's not the priest he's talking to. It's like another people that speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not leading you because I can't risk.
Yeah, yeah. No, don't you open your stupid fucking mouth. If I watched it, and so takeaways.
Mm-hmm.
God, some of the animation's tough. Not animation. It just looks stupid. Sometimes like when he talks, he like puts his hands up like this.
Yeah.
And then he just snap back down, and he's like still for a while. I'm like, if you were going to put his hands up, don't make him put it back down to his side, and then to like literally stand there and just talk. Just let him stand there and talk, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like a little bit of that old like we want to add some movement here, and it's like instead maybe you should just do different camera angles.
Pilot episode of the very first season of a Netflix show.
Yeah.
Definitely showing its age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, don't get me wrong. I'm not holding that against them.
Yeah.
So it is whatever. I don't care. Other than that, like, it's pretty compelling. I kind of liked how he went around and was like talking to everybody. It's almost weird because it's kind of like what you have to do in a game. Like when you're playing a role playing game, you're like, "What do you think of this situation?" And he's just sitting there like eating on this little jerky, and he's just like, "Whatever." And you get 3 completely different answers. And now he goes, and then he like sees the speaker, and he's like, "I should keep walking." Fuck it. And then he slaps some bitch. like it's not gonna go well for you, and he just embarrasses the guy, and he keeps getting back up until he's like, it's just like, now you don't have an eyeball. I gave you multiple chances. But
can I open my mouth?
Yeah, you can talk now.
It's very much like a game. It's very much like a D&D video game meets a show.
Yeah.
Because you eventually have a whole party, and Trevor Belmont, very compelling character, tons of character growth. Show's cool. Keep watching it. Watch Castlevania, and whenever you get done with that, we can talk about One Piece. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm like, man, he's gonna be so happy I watched this.
Yes,
I
we
laid in
watched that
bed
like a year ago.
Huh?
It's been over a year.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to turn it on because you want me to watch it. I want to have the one to watch it. And
Correct.
Last night I just sat there and I was like, okay, I'll try it. Like I'll give it the second. Because I thought episode 1 was a bit much.
It's a lot.
Like, it's... Because at first, you get the story... Because you don't get any development.
No, it's all background.
You literally get... Here's my wife. Why is your wife? Very, like... It almost felt Indiana Jonesy. Kind of like she was, like, sneaking in. Stuff happened. There was, like, a lot of flirting. Like, obviously, they get together. So, it's like, whatever. Yeah. And then she dies, and you're kind of like... Okay, she's dead.
Yep.
But then he's freaking the fuck out. And you're like, I get why you're freaking out, but like, I don't care.
Yeah,
Maybe in the future there's a reason I should care, but like right now, like I don't care. And then he just starts butchering everybody. Like literally everybody. Like this little kids that can't do anything. I'm like, this is all a bit much for a character I don't even care about.
Yeah.
Or I don't even care about Dracula.
On the other side, I'm on the completely other fence from you. Because I think episode 1 is a wonderful, greatly written piece of give us a character who is arguably like the number 1 villain of all literature in media.
Right, but I try to take it as like show me why he is to an extent. Like, I'm not going in saying Dracula is automatically a villain because I know what Dracula is in every other writing. Because in theory, it's possible that he's not.
And I think you're definitely supposed to carry that in, because a lot of what episode 1 does is it humanizes Drac. It does.
Yeah. I'm not cutting it. I'm not cutting it.
So it humanizes Drac. You're like, oh, there is some warmth in that cold living body.
Right, and I got that.
And then you have to disregard the idea of knowing the wife. You have to disregard the idea of knowing her, and just understand what it would feel like to have the person that is closest to you ripped from you.
For literally no reason. For being just like a scientist. And like, don't get me wrong, I get it. I'm just saying, like, maybe episode 2. Like, I would say give the entire first episode to just developing that, so we feel like it's going to be a little bit more permanent throughout the show, and then rip it. But it was weird to have this pretty much fighting kind of at the beginning, to like, now we're here, now we're married, now you're burned, now I'm killing everybody. Episode 2,
Yep.
I'm in a bar.
Correct.
So like there's
Granted,
very
we
different
end episode 1 in a bar.
because it's but
Yeah.
that is 24 minutes for all that to happen.
Correct.
I can only
it's quick.
imagine if I had to watch that with ads, not making after episode 1.
Yeah, for sure. That's fair.
Because like every single time you tune in, you have a very different, distinct like view on what's happening.
Yeah.
Now, like this is what I like that Demon Slayer actually did. Whether you like Demon Slayer or not,
Mm-hmm.
their pilots into seasons. So their first episode each season is like 60 minutes.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that because that helps you set the stage and not have to use 2 episodes to do it.
Yeah.
Because you get more time to like, okay, well, we know they were beat up. Now they recovered. Now they can do this. Now they get their mission, and now they get to go do the thing. Which is exactly what I just explained. It just almost happens too fast. Like, there is like 2 more interactions I would love to have seen them together. Because other than the fact that they said they were happy and in love.
Yeah, and the thing is, you...
Also, like, I missed it. Why was she in the town to begin with?
Oh, no, she was... They went to her home in the countryside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they took her from her home in the countryside because people were going there to get like treatment or ailment for their like flus and stuff.
Yeah.
And
so
because it was an apothecary. She's providing medicine to the people.
Right.
It's like, no, witchcraft, yank you out of your home, bring you to the town square.
yeah. Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
year ago.
But the other
I
thing
probably
is,
should have rewatched episode 1.
the other thing is, I don't think we should talk about it until after episode 4.
I saw that season 1 was 4 episodes, and I was like, okay, I can watch it. Like first 2 seasons in total was 12 episodes.
Correct. It's 4 and 8. Yes.
Which is also more surprising that the first episode was 24 minutes.
It's because season 1 got pitched.
It's an entire pitch, yeah.
It got pitched.
Anything 4 episodes, 24 minutes each. That is, will it die?
Yeah.
Like just throw it at
And
just
guess what? Didn't die.
Yeah.
So good. We gotta.
I'm so surprised that they went with that mentality because, like, if you tell me the Joker's in a Batman, and you show me like 4 good scenes of the Joker doing anything, I'm probably there.
Fair.
Dracula is such a well-known, like you said, notorious like person. 4 scenes. Like, for example, his face in the sky, fucking wicked
Dude,
scene.
there's a reason why I went on my wall.
They're a wicked,
It's so sick.
wicked scene. Like that, like doing that, like when you watch the trailer and then like all you see is all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I'm in. Just like,
Yeah, I can't really.
make it like you want me to stay. Don't do it as though you're trying to show me a lot of. And I think that's why they did episode 1 so fast. They got through like because they knew they were doing 4 episodes or 24 apiece. The episode probably was written to be 45 minutes.
Probably.
Like 45 minutes ads if they were to ever sell it somewhere else. It's probably written for that, and they're like 24 minutes is what you got. And this is it. Also came out before Netflix was willing to do the longer episodes, shorter
It was
episodes.
definitely early in
Yeah. Which I think if you're gonna have a streaming service and make a thing for said streaming service, I don't know how you feel about it. I fucking love the episodes different lengths because I think it gives people the time to sell something in a spot instead of being like, well, we have to make a cut somewhere. We got to get to 59 minutes.
Yeah. One Piece.
Yeah. Now, do I think there should be a minimum? If you're telling me every episode is about an hour on average, don't randomly hit me with a 30-minute episode.
True.
And follow it up with a 72-minute episode.
Correct. I agree.
Like,
yeah, episode 2 I think is 40-some minutes. Episode 1 was 65.
yeah.
Again, pilot episode, a little different.
Right.
Episode 2.
But then the next one after is like 50. 8-minute difference. I'd rather that 8 minutes get tacked on the episode where it makes more sense than to lead off the next episode. Because if they did it weekly, which they don't, like,
Which they should.
like, which I understand they might do it next time weekly, because that's kind of where they go. But this time it's like it's all released.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like whatever. But man, it really does suck when it all comes out. Episode 8, people were like posting shit about it, and you're like,
Yeah.
how? And I think like NC Hammer and them brought it up on theirs. They were like, there's no way. They just skipped ahead.
Yeah.
They just skipped episode 8 to show something in the future, so they'd be the only one with that post.
There's a reason why the Zoro pick where he does a roll and the sword gets bent. There's a reason why that didn't get posted until basically after. It didn't get like mainstream traction until after people were already posting leaks on the last few episodes. Which, granted, it's very clear and obvious that happens, but like, it doesn't change the story.
Yeah, and also from what I've heard, like the amount of detail that they did, bro, they missed something, man. Like,
yeah,
Game of Thrones had a coffee cup, like in a scene, dog. Like it happens, brother. If that breaks your immersion so bad, then
don't
you're
watch shows.
First of all, don't watch shows. Don't play games.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
Please don't talk to me.
Brother, that's when some people are like, God, random bug in this game broke my immersion. It's like, do you understand what it takes to make this stuff? And they're like, no, but it shouldn't be that hard. And I'm like, you're right. It shouldn't be that hard.
Go make one.
Go make one.
Yeah.
Since you think it's not hard. Go.
I don't think you could make a bug.
Like, go.
Yeah. But yeah, Castlevania, go finish the first season, then we can talk. Which is like a really hard thing to say.
It's like I got 2 episodes.
But it's like
that I'll probably watch tonight.
It is so. I think you'll get a better understanding. I still agree. Should be a longer episode for first episode. You'll have a better understanding why.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, Castlevania Nocturne came out a couple weeks ago. Pretty cool.
I mean, Netflix is like shoving it pretty much in the front of every category. But I was like, also I want to watch it because it took a lot for me to get you to watch Naruto, and it paid off.
Yeah.
And you kind of had the same mentality toward this one, so I'm like, I guess
that's fair.
Yeah, I should probably do it.
Granted, I'm also big on Neon Genesis, but it's a lot harder to get someone to get on.
You ever watch Darling in the Franxx?
No.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It was the Zero 2 that everybody memed. Not memed, but did the like weird dance to. You know, like the hands down, and they would like throw their hip back and forth.
Yeah.
And that like noise.
Mm-hmm.
That's Zero 2 from Darling in the Franxx.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much. So I don't know what the other one is, but main concept is like you have these pilots. They have to have somebody in the front, which is generally male female because like partnership, but they can't reproduce for reasons.
Sure.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't explain it.
But yeah, it's this whole thing. If you like a mecha type thing, which
mech anime is cool.
It's a good watch. It's like fine.
Word. I mean, mech anime other than Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
It's a mech anime.
Yeah. My favorite part about it was when they weren't even there. I liked like Kenny and Levi when they were doing their whole fight, which was a lot more like diplomacy and stuff like that, like politics kind of thing. And then like now they're trying to get rid of the scout team and things like that. So it's literally just like humans fighting humans and like who the real monster kind of is, which is like an underlying tone of it.
That's Neon Genesis.
Yeah.
Neon Genesis is very political in that sense. It's very much like, who's the real enemy here? It's like, oh,
it's us. Of course it's us. It's always the humans.
But there's so many, like, you would have to watch the entire show and then talk to me about it so I could be like, did you notice this thing?
Oh, you'll really like season 2 of JJK then, by the way.
I'm excited.
So season 1 is a lot more quirky. Like,
you gotta learn the power system.
Like, learn power system, kind of like, I don't know. A lot of people don't really like the way that some of the jokes are made. Like, some things are kind of whatever. Is what it is. Season 2, whole different level. Like the Gojo story, because that's kind of where it goes to when he was younger. Like the art direction, you'll love the art.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Danny's talked about it on Talkers Anonymous about how it gets really artsy sometimes, which is cool. I like artsy anime.
It's really good. It really is. But what else you got over there for me? You got a lot of stuff written down.
No, this stuff is all the food stuff.
That's all the food stuff. That's all the food stuff.
Well, yeah, it was like dislike, no, blah blah. The next stuff that I wanted to bring up was not anime related.
Okay.
It's magic, obviously.
Yeah. Magic, woo!
Yeah, because magic is sick, right? The issue that I have.
It's always got to be an issue.
Yeah, why
I
wouldn't
mean,
it?
it is, but yeah, go.
Why are these Doctor Who cards so sick? I love Doctor Who. Don't get me wrong.
I've not watched it at all.
It's not for you. So
Okay.
maybe the 11th Doctor is. Maybe Matt Smith is for you. But that's
no clue.
But it's just like Matt Smith is not the most modern Doctor. Obviously, we've had doctors after him, but he's definitely like happy-go-lucky. But obviously, he's the person with the big smile on his face, but the dark sadness that lurks behind it.
Yeah.
They have to truly understand a person to be like, they're depressed, they're immensely sad.
Yeah.
You could sit down and watch Matt Smith's Doctor, that part of the show, on its own and be one solid story.
Yeah.
But the cards are sick, dude.
Some of the art's sick.
The arts are awesome.
I think the farewell art's fucking dope. Like it's about as fair. I don't know. Like a lot of people have talked
It
about.
hurts, dog.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about.
Hurts.
But like farewell, just in general, like looking at, like I look at that and I go, okay, dude, something fucked up happened, like in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got the new Rakdos legend that doesn't care about the legendary rule for tokens that
I
you
did
have,
see that. Yeah.
which is Chef's Kiss.
Yeah. So if it tells you anything of how well the spoilers have gone on Amazon, like I listed like 10 forever pre-sale.
Mhm.
Spoilers started happening. All 10 sold within that day.
Yeah.
And now they're $40 more expensive. I was like, what?
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Like, what?
Yeah. Like, I get it. It's not going to be a good mover here in the shop. You're going to have 5 people.
We'll have to sell it all online.
But it's going to go.
It's going to, yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing. The references there's the new Mind Stone. I love it.
So, this is a good thing, though.
Hmm.
And do you know why it's a really good thing?
Because we're going to get more IPs.
Because the IPs in the future that are already announced, we know we're going to get some cool ones. Dude, I just, thought about it. The Assassin's Creed one, which is a confirmed set.
Correct.
Kind of like Doctor Who. Like, I don't know. It's weird, because
I thought
the Fallout one is Commander decks.
correct.
So, yes, they might, obviously they're going to have, a soul ring and Fallout, probably. We'll have some traditional, but, I think we're going to get all fresh cards, new cards. But Assassin's Creed is supposed to get, decks, probably will get Commander decks, but, Doctor Who, where it'll actually get, it's getting, a release.
A box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you're going to get cool, pirates.
I'm
Black
excited.
Flag,
I'm
you're
excited.
gonna get those crazy things. You're gonna get vehicles probably.
Reprints from Theros block.
You're gonna
for
get
Odyssey.
probably a messed up artifact.
We have to.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Is, you get these messed up artifacts. So that's good. Yeah.
We
But
get
the
new-
Doctor Who stuff is sick.
Yeah, and there's some new cards that are getting printed that are almost immediate staples.
Yeah.
There's one that just locks the game out, basically.
I kind of like that direction. If you're gonna print messed up cards, or if you're gonna have an IP come in, give them 1 or 2 messed up cards.
You want to why?
Especially if it's a commander only thing, because commander players are very easily unless CDH,
Whatever.
players aren't real.
Yeah.
People will be most people that have a messed up card in their deck, at least in our groups, are I have this card. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
For example, I think a card that we generally don't play is the 3-mana black creature, opposition agent.
Yeah, op agent. We just don't play.
We
op
just
agent.
I have one in Yorko,
But that's different.
but that's CDH different.
Yeah.
I'm here for a different reason if I play that, which I might not even play it because it just sounds so boring. It's cool because I want to play Yorko, but I might just have to make it $100 and it's just gonna be a strong fucking person.
That's just
It,
if you actually want to play it, yeah.
Because, is it any more strong than Urza probably is? They're probably equal.
It's probably a bit stronger.
Yeah, because like you don't get taxed, but like realistically, Urza gets to benefit from running every artifact.
Correct.
So like there's kind of a trade off at least.
Yeah.
But like with York, I'm like I was looking at the deck and I'm like this deck looks sick, but I don't really want to play it.
Yeah.
Because every time I hear somebody talk CEH, they're like I tried to win on 2, like during our Lorcana event. They were talking about CDH matches, and they're like, you tried to win, and then he stopped them, and then I tried to win, and then they looked at him to try to stop him, and he's like, you all stopped me. I did everything. Like, I don't have anything. So it's like the first person never wins. The second person does because everybody over-evaluated threats.
Yep.
Like, doesn't seem that enjoyable, honestly.
CDH is fun when you're playing in a non-combo centric pod, which is a weird thing to say.
Yeah, because everybody actually has to do stuff to win.
If you're playing in a pod like Selvala, Slicer, which is like, it's different when you're at that kind of table, but Selvala, mono green Selvala combo, super fun. Sure, you can eventually get to that, like, I go through my whole deck, I do the thing.
Yeah, which is fine.
But you're not winning on the stack, though.
Yeah, you don't have 7 different ways to go get Demonic Consultation that also play Basta.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as fun. There's one card in the, of course I don't have it written down because I'm a poor excuse for a podcast host. There's one card from the Doctor Who said it's 2 mana, it's white, and it basically says all permanents gain indestructible, players gain hexproof, prevent all damage that would be dealt. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You just what people have been tweeting out is you just put it under Isochron Scepter.
Yeah.
And you just sit there and you untap all of your artifacts.
You attacking me?
No, just untap them at every end step.
Yeah.
With like unwinding clock. All right, on your upkeep, activate, take your turn.
Yeah.
On your upkeep, activate, take a turn. On your upkeep, activate.
Yeah, and you have to have something like Questing Beast, which is not going to be played at those tables.
No.
Like
no,
because Questing Beast does stop it.
Yeah, Questing Beast, not Assault.
There are things that can technically stop it, but at that level, you're not playing those.
No.
That's like in Flesh and Blood, they are like the reason Icelander plays that hex, because there are ways to remove it. You're just never going to play them because they're so bad.
Yeah.
Like
they're so bad otherwise.
Yeah. So like unless you're playing against Icelander, you're either wasting sideboard slots to play against Icelander, and Icelander could possibly not even be playing it. So either way, but like Icelander plays it because it is a free damage every turn.
Yeah.
And if we both, I don't remember what they call it, but run out of cards, the game doesn't end. But if you have a hex on your opponent, they lose.
Yeah.
Because they'll eventually die to it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's called fatigue.
Fatigue.
Yeah, they call it fatigue.
Okay.
If you run out of cards, like you're fatigued.
Gotcha.
Because like idealistically in Flesh and Blood, because obviously every card game has like you're this person. For example, in Magic, like when you play a Planeswalker, they're assisting you. That's why on Arena they're like, I'm not gonna die for this, or like they like come in, they say a voice line to kind of like act like they're supporting you.
Yeah.
Like to Fair when you play him, he's like, let's slow this down. And it's like, not that he's dominating, he is helping you do it.
Yeah.
And like Liliana, when she dies, she's like, I'm not dying today, so she'll like leave. That's why they abandon you for a time. So like that's that. But in Flesh and Blood, like you are the character you submit. So that they call it fatigue, because if you run out of stuff, your character no longer has arrows to shoot or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a cool little like terminology that works out, whether they meant it to work out that way, whether a random player just called it fatigue and that's what it's called now,
which is fine.
It worked out.
Yeah.
But Doctor Who's sick.
Yeah, Doctor Who's been sick. The previews have been awesome. I'm sad a little bit because we still can't play Commander truly on Arena, and we probably never will be. So,
I mean, Historic's really cool though. The Historic Commander thing's really cool.
I think it's okay.
A lot of people I've seen playing it enjoy it. Like it's CGB's favorite format now.
Yeah.
But
Do you have any updates in Magic at the moment?
Not really Magic.
Got something else?
I have a Lorcana Chapter 2 update.
What about it?
The collector boxes.
Mm-hmm.
They're like $500 a piece already online. And the second chapter boxes are already $300.
When do they drop?
I don't know. We finally got our allocation.
Oh, word.
Which is pretty much the same as chapter 1. So it's going to be as limited. Actually, it'll be harder to get in chapter 1.
Yeah, because everyone's eyes are on it.
Because people are actually playing it now. There's content being pushed out everywhere. And our distributor kind of said something that kind of made me go, that makes sense. It was, they, like Magic, they print ahead of time. So they already had chapter 1 and 2 printed.
Yeah.
Like, they already figured it out. They thought these numbers or whatever. I think one thing they misjudged is players playing it, sure. But how many extra things are going to get bought from people that just love Disney?
Correct.
Because, like, Ravensburg done a ton of other board games. They pretty much know what it's going to be. But, like, when you're handling a big IP like Disney, it's a whole different ballgame. Like,
it's a lot.
Kyle's wife doesn't play any cards, but just wanted them because thought, like, Disney cards were cool. Like, the board, especially, like, the borderless ones, like, putting it up in Maya's room. Like, Maya loves that stuff. Their daughter or whatever. So it's, like, sweet for them. But chapter 2, pretty much same allocation. So now we as a store kind of have to figure out how to price it. Because it's like, there is an MSRP to it.
Correct.
But it's also like, without diving into the box too much and getting too detailed in comparison to some companies. Let me just say, Lorcana and Flesh and Blood want their stores to make money. So when that comes up, it's hard for stores not to take their money. That's why I'm never upset when I see a store listing something for what its value is online. Because I'm like, bro, you don't know their finances.
Yeah.
Like, just the quickest math I can give you in terms of, like, selling stuff. I'm not going to say the Lorcana numbers because we don't even know what the fuck's happening.
It's crazy.
That is fucking absurd. So, that's all crazy. But we buy a Magic set box. It's like $101 that the store has to buy it at. To then turn around and maybe sell it for $120. Maybe. You sell that online at $120, you lost money on the box.
Shipping, packaging,
Mm-hmm.
employee time.
Mm-hmm.
I assume Amazon takes a cut.
Yeah. Well, Amazon and TCG, they take a cut too. Amazon is 15% of any product. Like literally anything. There's certain things that's different on. But at least I'll say this, as a starter person on Amazon, not me, but store on Amazon, it's 15% just straight up. Now in the future, if you do enough sales, does that drop? Maybe a little, probably. Minimum dropping is probably 12. Like there's still, like that's still a lot.
15% of 120 is almost cost.
Yeah. And that's not counting the $8.88 it's going to take to ship it. Without putting any packaging
you're
material.
Losing, what, $8, $9 a box?
Mm-hmm.
Minimum?
Yeah. Now, let's go to Flesh and Blood. Who messages people if they drop the price of their box too low. Magic does not do that. Flesh and Blood says, hey, you're listing our product too low. You keep listing this low, we'll have your account deactivated for listing our product. Sounds like a pretty good solution to me. But we buy theirs. I think bought it for maybe... There's like quantities. If you buy more, you get it for slightly cheaper, like maybe $1 or so. So like I think the most you would have to spend as a store to buy it, it's like $57. It's like $90 to sell it. Say 60, you have $30 a cushion, but also it's a more reasonable price to sell it to somebody. Like looking at you and being like, "Hey man, you want to buy this box $90, or do you want to buy this box that's 120?" Like $90 is a lot more. Like I can get you to buy that.
That's why fat packs don't last anymore.
Yeah,
they've never lasted really. $40, $45 for 9 packs and a hard box. Sure. Or a booster box for 120.
that you don't get to keep the box pretty much.
Yeah, because box is trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, for example, the Phyrexia box, they were like $100. 80 at the cheapest, probably.
Yeah.
Say we spent like $40, double it. Most stores are gonna double. That's generally the markup on a lot of products. Some it's less, some it's more, some it's whatever.
Yeah.
Depends on rarity, scarcity, things like that. But like on that, it's like you get the box. The fucking box itself is a super sick design. You had the Phyrexian symbol on it. It's all blacked out like the cards are. So the cards you're pulling from it, you have the box for it, and you can fit stuff in that box if you want.
Fit like 2 whole commander decks like in their own deck boxes, and have like a space for tokens.
Yeah, so like to start off, it's like one of the best things you can sell to somebody. Be like, you got a box, you can keep all your cards in it, like, or if you don't want to put your decks in it, you can keep like your commons, uncommons in it, or your rares that you want to kind of play in there, and like all your random, like, for example, a good example is if as a commander player, you know more than anybody, but like just saying it out loud, I have 4 copies of Preordain. I have 4 copies of Ponder. Like, because if you're playing blue, those are powerful cards, but they're not like crazy broken cards. You cast Preordain, everybody's like, sweet.
All right, you cast Preordain. Congrats.
The only one of those cards that get kind of like is like Brainstorm, because people take forever to decide on Brainstorm.
Even though you're shuffling them away anyway.
Yeah, like,
or in most cases, you're just drawing them.
Yeah, it's like, make the decision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like Jason Myers. Whenever I played it, I picked him up. I had to set him back up there, or I just like put him in my hand, said these two.
Or you already know what 2 you're getting rid of.
Yeah, like I pre-planned in my hand. I go, are these ones worse than these 2? No, okay. And it's like, I have 3 people's turn to figure out what cards in my hand are the worst.
You have time.
And I should know what's in my deck in possible draws.
Correct.
Like,
now, granted, if you're playing someone's deck,
yeah,
and you cast a Brainstorm, you could draw things that you go, are these good cards? However, how often are you playing someone else's deck?
Not very often. Also, you could say that out loud.
Yeah.
You go, I did not know that these cards existed in this deck.
Or, I didn't know these cards existed.
Yeah.
Full stop.
That's what happened the first time I played Commander. I was like, I wheeled us, and I said, all right, time to read a new 7. Just like...
And here you are, one with the clan.
One with the force. Well, it's also just like easier because like when you start playing competitive Magic, it gets kind of boring to an extent to play with your friends, because you're like, it's one of the reasons Flesh and Blood to me is hard to play with a friend, because in Flesh and Blood you kind of have to try, or you just get slammed. There's like not like a casual way to really play that I've seen. Like everybody's deck stacked, like everybody's ready to do the thing. Somebody swing like a swing big, like a normal Bravo play is swinging like a 1/4 of your life total. Well, yet now I gotta figure it out. So you can't really play it casually. So I think that's one of the bad parts of Flesh and Blood is you don't really have that option. Even Lorcana cards are designed to have multiple players. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, Ursula says, Ursula from Chapter 1 says, take 1 lore away from each opponent. For every lore taken away, draw a card.
All right, yeah.
So it can very easily hit 3 players, and you draw 3 cards.
That makes sense.
Now, are they perfect for that? I don't know, because nobody really plays Commander Lorcana. There's 1 set.
Yeah.
But, like, they're designed with multiple players in mind. Whereas, like, I don't know if Flesh and Blood is. Which they don't have to be.
No, they don't have to be.
I'm just saying, like...
But it makes sense. Granted, I also don't have that problem being like, all right, I'm playing you, Brack. Good luck. I don't mean it, but...
Yeah.
I'm here to crush you.
Right.
And I can also sit down in Magic terms. We can sit down and play Modern against each other. And if I think I've got the line, I'm going to try to figure it out and then win. And then we can turn around and play Commander, and I can just be like, dinosaur go.
Yeah,
dinosaur go.
That's what I'm saying. It's just what you're signing up for.
Yeah.
It's much easier in Commander to sign up to like play a thing that I can also get up from.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of fine.
Yep. That's why we try to do with our combos. We talk about it with our player group here all the time. The way that we like to do our combos are non-interactive in the sense of I'm not going to touch your stuff or you
unless I physically have to.
Unless I have to. That way we can pick up and move on. Or if I present the combo, I can just get up and you can finish the game.
Yeah, because sometimes you just draw it. Like Tameshi, sometimes I just draw the win.
Yeah.
And the game, and especially in a $100 budget, the game doesn't have to end on turn 4 because I can do it turn 4. It's like the easiest I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have to end because I just drew it on turn 4. Like, you three are having a fine game. You guys are pretty much paced. You're pretty much the exact same spot. I just top deck the dub. And I'm not going to not play it.
Yeah.
Because then, like, if I don't do that, like, I know you're going to get mad.
Yeah, like what?
Like, why did you waste 3, 4, or 5 turns to just now do it? Like,
yeah. It's like, no, just do the thing. We can move on.
We can play another one, or like, again, I don't mind getting up and waiting for your guys' game to finish. That's like the cool part about Commanders. Like, sometimes watching other people's decks is more fun than playing your own.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, someone wanted to play, and I was like, I looked around, realized it would be 5 players, which isn't a problem all the time.
Yeah.
But I was also thinking, well, you can play my deck. You are already going to be playing my deck. I'll just sit back and watch.
Yeah.
I'll just relax.
You were fiending, though.
Dude, I was maulding.
I
was maulding. The deck, the card that the deck is built around, the Commander, which is like needed. It's Urza. And he had turn 2 Urza.
And just did not play it.
And it would have been a 3/3 because he had an artifact land.
Yeah. I did tell. So I got to win with Talishar.
Yeah. Teshar.
Teshar.
Yeah.
And they're like, man, that card's crazy. I said, yeah, there's a reason it's not my Commander zone. Instead, I was like, if I wanted this deck to be $100 and better, I would just limit its color to 1. I would either put Urza up there or Teshar.
I made Teshar my $50 budget way back when for a reason, and $20 of it at the time was KCI.
Yeah, it's
because the card is not okay.
It is so free. Like when you put that card in play, I cycled 3 cards. I just did the creature, a bauble, and another thing with the win con, like the draw all my cards I win, Lab Maniac.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was like, on your upkeep, I would like to draw 3,000 cards. And they were like, what? Because I told them it was a loop. I just set a random number. And I'm like, I win. All right, goodbye. Like, I just got up from the table. Because again, I didn't interact with them. I just won.
Yeah. Great. The only deck that I have right now that has to interact with my opponent for me to win is Urza.
Yeah, because you play beatdown. You don't have a combo, right?
It's beatdown or I mill everybody out. Now, granted, we don't have to sit here for that. I can just go, here's the loop, I mill everybody out. I then pass my turn and each of you lose on your draw step.
Right.
And they're like, oh, okay. I'm like, I can pick up my cards now. Now, if I don't win that way, which I cannot do that quickly. I haven't sat down to figure it out, but it is... I think the minimum requirement is I have to be able to net.
Yeah.
Not just be like, oh, you have enough mana to do this. I have to net 8 mana. Full stop.
Yeah.
And that's after recasting my spells.
As with KCI, I don't think I truly have like a very easy loop. It requires KCI to sack stuff to make mana, and that helps me like get going. But like a lot of times, it's more or less like, now I need the mana from KCI. Don't get that wrong. But I need a card like Urza to make the blue, to make the mana, to then cycle the stuff. or filter into white for my Tameshi to bring out the pedal to do all that, and then now I need to be able to put my lanes back into play, which is there's a lot of different things that have to kind of happen. But like, yeah, I taught deck Talishar or Tashar. I keep saying Talishar, I don't know why, but Tashar.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
dude, it's so free. It's ridiculous.
Win the game.
There's a reason why there's only 2 mono white CDH lists on the CDH deck database, and Teshar is one of them.
What's the other?
Heliod.
Oh yeah, it's Heliod.
Yeah, Heliod tax.
Yeah, because Light Pulse, the reason it can't is because Sacrifice is absolutely murky.
Counterspell, sacrifice.
Yeah.
Like,
well, you can always like cavern it in, but you can counter the auras, things like
stifle.
that. Yeah.
Like, cool. Nice triggered ability. Stifle it.
Yeah. Yeah, Light Pulse is like that very weird one where if you find yourself in the right pod, you're winning guaranteed.
Yeah, Light Pause is definitely up there. I think it's up there with Slicer, where, yeah, you can build on a budget. It's good. It's still really good. The problem therein is the power discrepancy between all other decks at that point.
Yeah.
Because, granted, if you are like kept in check once after doing your thing, done. You have been handled.
Yeah.
You might never become a threat again.
But if I identify who's going to stop me,
they are dead.
And I bonk them one time, they're toast.
There's a reason why when we played Commander here one weekend for one of the weekend events, the Apex Invitational, I quite literally playing Asmo, I had 4 pieces of removal in my opening hand. And I looked across the table at the Light Pause player, looked back at my hand, and went, I know what I'm not dying to.
Yeah, because
And I put I folded all the cards together, laid them down, and went, I'll keep. I did nothing but go, say, land pass for like 5 turns.
Yeah, because you just can't. Like, Light Pulse is one of those things, like, you have fun when you're doing it, but you're not going to have fun when you're losing, because people are going to make sure Light Pulse does not stick.
Correct.
I like the perk of kind of having, like, not necessarily a bad commander. Like, for example, Yorko is a good example of a commander that's, like, incredibly good. People don't want it to stick around, but you can't fucking stop it. Like,
it's there.
Am I attacking you and you have blockers? No? Okay, it's coming in.
You can do
if
it
you
before
kill a
blocks.
creature, like, if you kill Yorko, it might come in for a different creature. Like, it does not matter.
If you move to combat and they say, sure, and you declare your attackers, and you hold priority before declare blocks, you get to just ninjutsu then. Granted, they can block it, but there's also a bunch of spells that you can only cast a spell during combat before blockers are declared. Like there's a white sorcerer white instant that puts a creature into play from your hand.
Yeah, but more or less what I was saying, having kind of a bad commander, to an extent, is like almost better because your commander will stick around. So like
Titan.
that one's never resolving. There is no way if somehow Primeval Titan was like allowed to be played. One banded commander, but
we're playing it.
But we're playing it because we don't care. There are significantly other cards that could be reasonably banned over that, especially when you're talking budget decks. Like, for example, I almost wanted to be like, all right, let's just ban Sol Ring.
From the budget?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Like, the card is broken.
Like, because it's getting printed so often, it's like a cheap edition. You get to just add it for free.
Yeah, it's $2, basically.
And it, like, makes everybody who has it start out significantly faster, especially like me and you who are playing the artifact decks.
Turn 2 Urza is nothing to joke at.
Yeah, like, Tamashi's not necessarily the best early, because, like, I kind of want to play it as my combo piece, because its ability is what I'm after.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, all right, because I played Sol Ring, play Rock, play Reducer, or play Reducer, play Rock, play other Rock pass. And now next turn, everybody's like, oh my god, if you play, it's a KCI.
We're dead.
Like,
game's over, guys.
What's happening? You know, so there's a lot of that stuff going on. But, well, I have no idea how long we've been going. Long, it seems. Okay. You gave me a fucking heart attack. So if you don't know what just happened, if you hit record on at least Streamlabs OBS,
yeah,
it highlights. If you leave the cursor on it, it says something, and it was just over the timer. So it looked like we were not recording this entire time.
all hour and 20 minutes of it.
Yeah, that'd have been tough.
We would
We would have missed the whole finger bang.
Yeah.
Man, I love finger banging my friends. Other than that, so
Wait,
this has
really?
been the Alt Tab podcast.
You do?
No, shut up. We gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about that off air, dude. Like,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, off air. Yeah, because Discord be popping.
yeah, dude. We're in the trailer park. What do you think of that name as like a exit?
It's so funny. Because all I think of whenever I go to join is I think of the Canker sisters from Ed, Edd and Eddie.
That's really fun. That's not what I did before. So we had this like Discord way back in the day, like back in high school, like sophomore year ish, and it was Michael was our buddy, and it was called Trailer Park, and like he left, so I made one. I called it Trailer Park 2 because I didn't know what to name it, and that honestly, I want to put the Canker Sisters. That's like the feature picture. But yeah, like I said, this has been the Alt Tab podcast. I hope you all enjoyed. A little bit longer, I think, this time it'll be because we don't have any massive cut in there. Technically, last week's podcast was shorter, but I had a giant cut.
No.
That me looking up the stuff.
Yeah, it was still about the same.
Yeah,
it was about the same length.
There was also that 30 minutes.
20. It was 20 minutes that we cut.
Yeah. So update on the cold open. I'll just say something fucking stupid, and we'll just get it cut right in there. But again, Alt Tab podcast. I don't know what I'm gonna make the thumbnail. It's gonna be so hard. I've been one of your hosts, Brack.
No, we'll do anchovies and peanut butter. You can just do like a diagram of a bunch of food and like lines connecting with question mark.
So I might have Alex do this thumbnail because
Oh,
this seems like something Alex would be good at.
I'm nervous.
I am too, but Alex is gonna have a banger stream the title for that one.
Alex, for whatever reason, just has
Good title names.
good title names,
But
for sure.
all right, who are you?
I'm Connor Brock, and you can find me at cbrock740 on Twitter, on X.
X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you. And my name's X Brick. X is gonna give it to you.
Okay. All right, we're done. Or get out of here.
Yeah.
Goodbye. He's so sad 'cause he loves talking to me, but we're done. It's over, Connor. This might be the last time we're in here. Actually, won't be the last time we're in here. Will not be the last time we're in here. Next time could be the last time. I don't know what your room situation is. I know.
Literally Sunday, Alex is going back to the other side.
Okay. Yeah. So we're getting closer. Bye.